All right, boys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are about to talk about scaling up with Profirm, how to do it properly, how to manage your risk. Now, first of all, as we can see right here, we're talking about scaling up, right? Scaling up, you're going to need more than one account. You're going to need two accounts, right? Two accounts, three accounts, four accounts, five accounts. There's this thing called copy trading where you can copy all of your trades. Now, it's not you copying someone else's trade, it's you copying your own trade. So you have one leader account right here that controls everything, right? It controls everything. So on that one account, you place one trade. On the second account, the same trade gets placed. On the third, fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, all of your accounts will follow the lead of that one account. Now, what size account would I recommend you do this? Well, I would recommend you do it on a 50K account. So you start with one 50K account, you buy a 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so on, but only 50K's account. Why 50K's? They're easier to pass, and you're not going to have to risk that much once you get to actually copy trading, which we will get into a bit later. So you will get your first 50K account. You get one payout with that 50K account, right? Let's say your payout's 1,000. You then invest into a second account, which is going to cost you $999, I think USD, and the rest you do whatever you want with it, right? Now, you're going to have one payout on that first 50K account, and you're going to have no payout on that second one, right? Now, once you hit that second payout on that first account, you're now going to have two payouts secured on by one, right? You're going to have one payout, but two are going to hit because you're copy trading on two accounts. So let's say you have a 1K payout on the two account, that's a 2K payout. You're then reinvesting about $100.99, so you're still keeping a lot of your money. Now comes the third payout. You get your third payout on that first account. It's going to be the second on the second account, and it's going to be the first on the third account. Now let's say you take another $1,000 payout per account. That's 3K right there. 3K instead of 1K you could have had if you had only traded one account. And you're going to be doing this until you have unlimited accounts. Now, we're talking about top step, right? You could have 20 Apex's account, multiple Bulenox, three alpha futures. You can have 5 MFFU, right? And the software you're going to use is Tradeify. Now, once you're maxed ad load on top step, you have 5 accounts. You can't get more of these. You are now going to get a Tradeify, which is about $137 a month. And from there, you are now going to buy some more accounts with other firms. It can be either MFFU, Alpha Futures, etc., etc. There's plenty of them that accept the copy trading. Now, once you have that Tradeify, you can connect all of these accounts, and remember that you take a trade on one account and it copies to all of them. So let's say you got 20 accounts, right? And you make a 1K payout, that is 20K payout. Then you buy another one or two other ones, right? And then you're just risking another $199. So nothing crazy. Now, as it is for the sizing, you will risk $100 per trade per account, right? So if you have 20 accounts, you're risking $2,000. If you have 40 accounts, you're risking $4,000 and so on and so on and so on. So we're going to be playing the leverage game essentially, right? We have a lot of accounts and we're risking lower. So in order for you to blow an account risking $100, you need to lose 20 trades, which are you really going to lose 20 trades in a row, right? So that's the whole beauty of the thing. Now, that's if you want to take it slow. Now, of course, you can take it super quick and maybe risk $400, $500 like you would normally risk on a single account. I personally risk $200 to $250 per trade, which is not a lot, but it's well enough. So let's do the math here. You have 20 accounts, right? And you're risking 400 per, right? So you're risking $8,000 and you're aiming for R2, let's say. So you're making $16,000 per day aiming for a R2, having only risked $400 per account, which is nothing crazy. But although you're risking $8,000 at the end of the day, but you're risking to make $16,000 per day, risking $400 per account. That is how crazy it is. Let's make another calculation. Let's say you have 28 account and you're risking $100, right? And then you're aiming for R5, right? You're now making $14,000 a day, risking only 2.8K, which is crazy, to be honest. So now you have your sizing here. If you're risking $100 times 20 account, you're risking 2K. And if you go for RRF2, you've made 4K, right? If you're risking $200 times 20 account, your risk is 4K. RR2, you're making 8K. So you're risking 4K to make 8. Makes sense, right? And then if you're risking $400 times 20 account, you're risking 8K. But if you get an R2, you make 60s. And then if you get an R3 and R4 and R5 and so on, right? It can get pretty crazy and you can get to your first 50K a month super easily. Now, Is this cost efficient? On the long run, it is cost efficient if you're profitable. Do I recommend this if you're unprofitable, if you've never had a payout? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not, right? But if you're consistent with your trading, why not? I don't see the problem why you shouldn't do it, right? Now, will this hit your psychology if you take a loss? Of course, it's going to be different, right? Because you're risking $100, but times 20 account, and then you lose $100 on 20 account, your head's going to be like, oh, I just lost 2K. No, you lost $100, right? That's how you got to see it. You lost $100 per account. That's super manageable, right? So of course I'm going to talk about some psychology a bit right here, right? Now, just know that when you're sizing up like this, you're putting a lot of risk, a lot of risk. Although it seems like it's not like, yes, only lost $100, but it's $100 times 20, it counts. So you really got to be like, okay, I didn't lose much, which true, you didn't lose much, but you lost it on 20 accounts. So super easy to pick back up, but your head, I know in your head, you're gonna be like, I lost 2K, but you didn't lose 2K. Well, you did, but it's not, you get what I'm trying to say, right? In your mind, you may be, I need to make it back, I lost 2K, but no, you need to follow your plan, follow your rules, follow your model, and follow your psychology tricks that we've talked about forever. You're walking backward once, you need 2 step forwards in order to be up in life. And honestly, why the fuck would you want to walk backwards, to be honest? So this is how you scale up with Profirm. This is how you scale up to your first 10K months. This is how you scale up to everything. You got to play the leverage game with these firms, right? You got to. So on that, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, a follow. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and all my links are going to be in the description. You guys have a good rest of your day.